everyone, it's Nina and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the first of my holiday and winter vlogs and I am very excited. Full disclosure, I feel like I'm not that much of a winter girl, but honestly, I'm really trying to be. I really want to like the winter more, especially since I don't really like the summer. I really want to try and find a way to thrive more in winter. I have a couple goals I want to do in this video. Our main goal for this vlog is to decorate for Christmas. I've already started taking down my Halloween decorations, but I have yet to pick up my Christmas decorations from storage at my parents' house. So that's something I really want to do in this video. I also would like to talk about some of the crafting plans I have to work on soon, as well as give a little haul of some of the stuff I've gotten so far for Christmas decor. Anyway, to start off this video, I would like to talk about some of the crafts that I want to do and kind of like my overall goals for this season. So with that intro out of the way, let's get right into it. Okay, talking about some of the craft goals that I have, this is a mix of like projects I just want to work on in general, as well as things that I want to make as Christmas decor to use this year. The first one that is kind of an aside is I really need to finish the cosplay that I'm working on. Not really related to the season, but I really do need to get it done for an anime convention we're going to in February. But now let's move on to the actual like Christmas crafts, Christmas decor I want to make this year. The first thing I really want to make is this bow garland, inspired by this particular picture I found on Pinterest, which I believe is from an Etsy listing. I think this is really, really cute, and I feel like we already have a ton of fabrics in our stash that I could use to DIY this. I've also for years have been trying to figure out some type of garland situation to put in this like doorway between my kitchen to my living room. For a long time, I really wanted to get like a faux greenery garland, but I feel like I don't like any of the ones I see when I find them in person. They just all feel a little cheap and too fake for me. So maybe eventually I'll like splurge and get like a nice one for that particular look. But I think in the meantime, I'm going to work on this garland as like an alternative that still will be very cute and I will probably want to use in future years to come as well. The next craft I have is something I think I originally saw in an Instagram reel, which I'll try to put up here, but it is to make these little felt trees that I think in the original video is to go over top of like a water bottle, basically like any object that will keep it standing upright. I can totally see my wife really liking this because it has a lot of really fun beading that you can do. I also have a ton of like ribbons and other like smaller notions that I don't think would work for a lot of projects that I have, but I inherited them all from my late grandma that I can see it being like super cute in a project like this. The next craft is not really a craft, just more so a decor trend I think I really want to do this year, and that is to put more ribbons and bows on trees as opposed to using a lot of ornaments. I just think this is really, really charming. I know from my like fall vlogs, if you've seen, I mentioned I'm not really a big fan of what I call the skeleton with a bow on its head aesthetic. Kind of that like creepy, cute, pink and black look where all of the like Halloween characters have like big pink bows on their heads. However, I really do like the more like cutesy bow-centered Christmas decor that has come out in recent years. I feel like that is the perfect meeting of the minds for me. Probably also because of the fact that I don't really particularly like traditional Christmas and the traditional Christmas colors. I'm not really a big bright green and bright red combination type of girl. I much more like integrating pink and other like interesting jewel tones into my Christmas decor. And I feel like the bow motif is a really good one that already was like subtly in Christmas decor from years past, but kind of like bringing it to the forefront like makes a lot of sense for me and my own aesthetic. So yes, I definitely want to do that for my tree this year. And then the last thing I really want to do is something I've wanted to do honestly for the last 2 years, but I keep on missing out in buying them from Michaels. But I really want to paint the little like wooden Christmas village houses that they have, which, talking about that, is probably the perfect transition to go through some of the stuff I got this year for my Christmas decor. So this year I decided to just like bite the bullet and order some of the DIY Christmas village houses to be shipped to me from Michaels instead of like trying to wait to find them in store. This is one of the ones I got. I got 2 different sizes. This is a like big kind of like manor house. And then the other big one I got is this one that's supposed to look like a bakery. And then because the houses from the Christmas village I have right now are kind of in a weird in-between size, I wasn't sure if the like bigger standard size that Michaels had or the smaller standard size that Michaels had would look better with them. I did end up getting 2 of the smaller size, both in the same vein. So I got this one that's a little like A-frame style standard house. And then this one that is another like little bakery. And these also all light up. So if I turn on the little battery in the back, you can see the light shining through. I think all of these are really, really charming and cute. And I'm not really too worried about the fact that I have the 2 different sizes because I can just use the smaller ones, I think, for the village that I have right now. And then the bigger ones, I'll just put in like a different part of my apartment, and they can be a whole like different little setup, as opposed to it looking like a really weird scale, having them all like mixed together. So yeah, those are one of the things I had. I was showing them to my wife and was saying that we can like paint them together, which I think will be really cute, just like a really fun activity for us to do together. And obviously, since they're completely like customizable from being just like wooden and designed to be painted, I can paint them in the color scheme that will match the rest of my Christmas decor. So now let's go through the rest of the stuff I got, all of which is from Target. And to be honest, there's probably not much more I'm going to get from them this year. I think I've kind of picked out the things I really liked. There might be a couple like small surprise like Bullseye's Playground things that they come out with in the next couple weeks, but I think I'm probably good in terms of decor overall. I also probably will see at least like once this season what my local like TJ Maxx and HomeGoods have, but I don't really need too many things. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I thought I would get last year, I'm just kind of like waiting until I have a lot more space overall once we buy a house to decide if I want to like get it and keep it for decor. Anyway, let's go through the things I did pick out for this year. This first thing, the second I saw it on Target's website, I knew I had to have it because I knew it probably also would sell out. And that is this giant red bow pillow. It is so incredibly cute. I don't really love the fact that there is like the like silver fringe mixed in with the red fringe on here, but I can live with it. That's probably a very like personal preference. But this is so incredibly charming and cute. This is definitely going to sit in like the center of our bed. And this is also so perfect. I can totally envision it with this ideal bedspread I want to DIY once we move out and get a larger bed. So honestly, $10 very well spent in getting this guy. Here is two of the other like bow things that I ended up picking up. These were both from Bullseye's Playground, and I think were like $1 each. And it is these two bow ornaments. This like dusty pink is so perfect. And then obviously I love a classic like velvet red. So these are definitely going on the tree this year. And also on the same trip, I also picked this up from Bullseye's Playground, which is a little like star candle. Really cute, definitely something that can be used for like all year round decor. And as I do with all my candles, if it has a cute vessel, I'll probably refill it with a different scent once I burn through this one. So yes, very, very charming. It was also only like $3. And then the last thing I got from Target, I still actually have in the box, but I can finally take it out now since I'm about to decorate. I don't know why they went so intense with the packing on this, but I ended up getting a little soap dispenser that is this cute little gingerbread guy. Super cute. This is going to live in our bathroom because last year when I like upgraded our seasonal Christmas towels, I got ones that are like gingerbread themed. So I feel like he will match perfectly with that. And I'll have a little like gingerbread theme going on in the bathroom. And that is it for my haul of Christmas decor so far. Like I said before, probably won't be too many more things I'm adding. I think once I get my decor later today, I'm able to lay it all out and see what I have and kind of see what possible gaps I have in my decor where I might want to add something. I'll be able to assess if I need anything else, but I think I'm pretty covered for this current Christmas season. So it is now the next day and I thought I would do a little update. This morning I ran an errand and I also started decorating, as you just saw. I'm actually not going to do everything right now. I originally thought I could get it done all in one day, but my sister-in-law is literally coming over in like an hour. So I don't think I am going to have enough time to fully set up our Christmas tree and decorate it. I'm probably going to save that for sometime this week. But I did go ahead and do kind of the two main displays I wanted to have for my Christmas village. And I think they look really, really cute. I also did a smaller display just with some of the little velvet deer that I have in our entryway. And my wife thought it was really, really cute. So I'm very happy with that. I think the decorating is going pretty well and I really like how it's turning out. It's not too different from what I usually do like year after year, but I do like to change the position and add new things every single time. So even if it's the same like general idea, it does look a little different. Anyway, I thought I would also give a little wrap up of what we did yesterday. So we actually went out to eat with my mom and my aunt for my aunt's birthday because her birthday is a week past mine. And afterward, we also went to a big shopping center that had a Michael's as well as an at-home, which I have never been to an at-home before. And it was honestly a little overwhelming. We honestly mostly just stuck to looking at the like clearance Halloween stuff and then the Christmas stuff. I do think that place will probably be a greater resource once we buy a house and I need some larger pieces of furniture or like better storage solutions and stuff. But while I was there looking through the Christmas stuff, I did pick out one thing, which was pretty similar to something I was considering buying from Target. And it is this set of ornaments that look like little like peppermint candies. I was considering getting one that was like a plain red and white stripe one, but then my wife saw this and thought that it was a lot cuter. And I also think that this color scheme probably goes better with the overall more like pastel Christmas that I usually go for. So these are really cute. Definitely going to use them when I set up the tree in the next couple days. My sister-in-law is actually coming over because we are going to go see Curtis Connor tonight. I think beforehand we'll probably go out to dinner as well as check out some different shops. Honestly, probably a lot of the same places that I went to in my birthday vlog, just because I don't think we've taken her to Philly Aids Thrift or Giovanni's Room or any of the other like thrifting locations in South Street. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I will let you know how that all goes, as well as do the last portion of this video in the next couple days when I have my next update. Okay, to end out this vlog, I thought I would give a quick wrap up of what it was like when we saw Curtis Connor, as well as some of the stuff we've done in the last weekend. I'm actually going to talk while I do my makeup because in like 2 hours we're going to go meet Kyle so we can do the Pokemon Go event that's happening this weekend. So yes, on Sunday night we went to see Curtis Connor. Philly was actually the last of the US shows, so there was supposed to be a special guest that he announced on his Instagram story. And it turns out that his opener was Danny Gonzalez, which was so amazing. We were like screaming like crazy when he first announced it. We were so excited. Honestly, my wife the next day was saying how her throat hurt from yelling so much when we were at the comedy show. But it was really, really fun. It was such a nice treat to not only be able to see Curtis, who we obviously went there to see, but also Danny, who is another one of the commentary boys that we watch a lot. But I also just like really, really enjoyed Curtis's set. I actually think I liked it a little bit more than the one he did on his previous tour back in like 2022. I feel like the jokes flowed together a little bit better, and overall there just were some really good bits that we had a like really, really good time when we were at the show. Definitely was worth it, and we probably will see him again the next time he does a tour and comes to Philly. In terms of my Christmas decorating, I have pretty much everything up except for my tree. I think I'm actually going to include that in the next winter vlog that I do, since it's probably something I'm going to end up doing sometime tomorrow. I wanted to do it on Sunday morning before my sister-in-law showed up, but she got in pretty early and I just didn't have enough time. I also really wanted to do it like in conjunction with my wife, have it be a fun like seasonal activity for us to do together. So I think tomorrow, when we're kind of taking it easy, just doing some like chores around the house and working on crafts, it would be a fun activity for us to do. Also, probably around the same time maybe, I might go ahead and set up a bunch of like acrylic paints so that we can paint some of the little houses in the Winter Village that I got from Michael's. They already are so cute and I feel like they fit in really well with the other houses that I have. Not perfect scale-wise, but I think once they're painted with like a kind of similar color scheme, to the stuff I already have, it will like blend in really well. So that's definitely a big goal I have, to kind of get them fully like set up and to have all my decorations at like 100%. So yeah, that is going to be it for this first winter vlog. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider liking, commenting, or subscribing if you aren't already. Also consider subscribing because I'm going to be doing more seasonal vlogs leading up to Christmas and as we move into the new year. And it would be really, really great to have you guys along for the ride. But that is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!